Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome to the stream. Fix everything real quick. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Man. Ooh, I am a tired boy. I Oh, yeah, I need to mute my TV. There we go. Cuz everything's going to be coming through the computer. Man. Got some coffee. Oh, man. It's like been one of those days where it's been so long in your mind, but it's only been a few hours, and you feel like you're already drained and done with the day. And that's how I feel right now. Like you don't want to do anything because everything in the world is thrown at you. So I'm being a little transparent. Hello, Meow. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're here. We're playing. It's the final stream of Doki Doki until we hit our next game. And I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to finish these side stories. I'm pretty excited to wrap this game up and do a full-length video. It's gonna be a lot of fun writing the script, and I'm gonna ask some help from some friends, and so we'll see if they want to join in and drop their knowledge on it. And so that will be a lot of fun. God, I'm not feeling the best today, but I'm here because I don't have much time this week, and I feel like this is my only time to get this done, and I really want to do it. Not just to I feel like if I do it, it'll make me feel a little bit better. I also want to make sure that you guys are a part of it. So yeah, you're possibly gonna fall asleep. That's okay. You can fall asleep. I do that all the time with at least with another YouTuber friend of mine. I listen to his streams as I fall asleep. Woo. Yeah, we're starting a little bit early like we usually do. Probably usually about an hour earlier. And maybe hopefully some more friends will jump in as we finish it up these last few achievements. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be really good. I'm going to really enjoy finishing this off, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope everyone has a wonderful time, and it's just gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. Oh man. Checking in. I'm checking the Discord right now, just seeing. We have some new friends in the Discord. If you haven't already joined our Discord, go ahead and do that because it's a good time. I know Meow is part of it. It's really fun. I'm gonna get to my. I have to get rid of this. Actually doubled down on the stream. Didn't mean to, but yeah, I duplicated it by accident. So now we're just trying to get this going. All right. Ooh. Nice. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Even the friends who aren't here and might be here or will not be here, I hope you also have a wonderful day. We're gonna get started very soon, in a couple of minutes, as I set everything up, getting everything ready. Man, if I sound a little tired today, it's because I am. I'm very, very tired, and didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I have a lot on my plate, a lot on my mind. But I'm glad I'm doing this. Like I want to do this regardless of how I'm feeling right now because it's fun. I enjoy doing it. But yeah, it's it'll help me get my mind off things and focus on. I know the side stories aren't too heavy, but more like sweeter and uplifting. So at least so far they have been. I'm hoping that it continues with that trend. Oh, the side stories. All right. Whew. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Oh man, oh man. Ooh. Yeah, actually, I went to bed at like 4 a.m. last night, and I didn't get home till like 3:30 a.m. and then I just like came in, put on a YouTube video, and took some melatonin, and I was out. I was gone. I didn't wake up till about 9 or 9:30 ish, and then I went and got some brunch with a friend and had some coffee. It was nice. It was a nice time. Yeah, and now we're working on our last 3, and this is it. That we just have these 3 side stories left, and we're done. We've gotten everything. No struggle with the RNG. We got lucky on that, and hopefully this is it. We complete these. We get the last 2 achievements. Probably should. I'm just gonna pop these up right here. There we go. There's our achievement, guys. Pop up the logo. Yeah, there we go. Man, it's gonna be a good stream. Even if it's a slow stream, even if it's a little behind, we'll be fine. It'll be great. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's our last stream for the Doki Doki, and then we move on to something very special. But I know I'm gonna take a little break so I can catch up on editing and scripting out some videos that I've been working on for a while, and a lot of stuff for the Ex Brethren Vault channel. I need to dump a lot of videos of our past content on there. So there's a lot to do, and I don't think it'll take a lot of time. So I won't be on a hiatus for a while, but it'll be a little bit. How do you not let your anxiety act up while streaming? I'm struggling with it, and I'm looking for ways to control it any better. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I just take a deep breath. Sometimes I drink a good bit of water before I do it, just because sometimes there's different types of anxiety, like performance anxiety. Just being able to do it is hard sometimes. Just to hit the live button to convince yourself to even do it is tough enough. But honestly, what I do is like I sit down and I weigh my pros and cons of like how I'm feeling that day. And let's go back to the solo cam so we can talk face to face. And it's just it's tough sometimes because anxiety can control a lot of your decisions and how you feel, and motivation especially. But in my mind, once I've made the commitment, I sit down, I take a deep breath, and I go, all right, like this is what the stream is going to go. This is what I plan on doing, and this is how I want to. This is what I want to succeed in this stream, and I want to be the best that I can for the people who are watching, and I want to do what's good despite how I'm feeling about it, despite how I'm going to control those feelings. And if it gets too much, like I'll be like, all right, we're gonna end the stream early today, and just be very okay about it. Like I'm just like, all right, like I feel I'm at a point where I can't I wouldn't say fake it, but that I can't just keep going because it's a little too overwhelming. But yeah, anxiety comes in different forms and fashions, and I know I don't struggle with it a lot, but it does happen. And finding the motivation to do it is the hardest part for me. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's just or even if it helps at all. But that's what I do, and it's sometimes a daily struggle. So yeah. Wow. Didn't expect to get so deep and real at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. On a stream for that matter. Now my coffee's gone. That's a shame. Yeah. But yeah, I'm open to answering any questions regardless of subject, but as long as it's appropriate. And you know, so yeah. Already 20 minutes in. It took me about 10 minutes to get to even start live, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, man, I don't even know what time it is in the other states right now. All right. Boom. Well, actually, I didn't really get a coffee. I got like a chai. Got some chai. And it is caffeinated, so it does help a little bit. So just some milk, some chai, and a little bit of honey. Just to brighten my little spirits up. It's nice. At a local bakery, coffee shop. It was nice. Yeah, I got to see a friend, and that was nice. She was working today, and I haven't seen her in a while, so it was nice to see her and hang out and catch up. All right. Whew. Okay, let's do this. I'm excited. All right. There we go. We're starting now. Interesting. Where's the sound? There's supposed to be sound. Where's no sound? We have no sound. Why is there no sound? That is the question. There we go. Okay, we got the sound going. Woo! There we go. Five over near Edwin, and not sure about Tanner. Let me think. I think Tanner is 2 hours ahead of me, so it's 4 o'clock his time. So yeah. All right, let's get started. Voice acting time. All right. Natsuki! While Natsuki is messing with the orientation of her manga, the closet shelf, Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi! Hi. The Literature Club has been in a full swing since Natsuki joined, including the club is now comprised of four members: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. Each member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was first and shared her passions for manga. Then Sayori shared her love for poetry, as well as how she goes about writing herself. Monica, who has multiple literary interests, decided to focus on her day on short stories. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. After the week was spent on their presentations, Monica decided to give the club members next week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, having spent most of her time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin her journey into Natsuki's manga collection. I want to read with you today. Tell me which one I should pick. Well, that depends on the kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's like romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like all those things. Sayori reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and inspects the cover. Should this girl be wearing more clothes? You wouldn't like that one. In a panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand and replaces it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location. Okay, well, if you really have no preference, then let's just start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask to make that kind of commitment unless they're already really into manga. I could handle it. I did it with Yuri's books, at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kind of impressed by your attention span if you put that much effort into her books. No, I have the attention span of a donut. But I love my friends and I can do anything if it's for them. Okay, well, alright. Let's pick you something that even donuts can write. I didn't say I was a donut. I just said I had an attention span of one. Were you just trying to call me sweet? You're so cute. No. How did you get to that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. How come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki links a book from the shelf and closes the closet doors. If someone asks you to stop, then you just need to stop. No, wait, no. If someone asks you to stop, you just need to stop. People need to realize that. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, you sorry. It wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to the desk. It's about something else, and I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles. You're like a nice person, so I wasn't talking to you. I still learned a valuable lesson. Sayori speaks as softly as well. Sayori speaks softly as well, feeling shy after receiving the unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start it whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's like a comedy, and there's romance too, obviously. Sayori looks at the title. It's called Love is Another Word for Luck. That's actually a pretty good title. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into some guys, and then you find out, well, you should just read it. But you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess you're gonna ship yourself with. I guess you're oh my gosh. Oh, reading chat. Oh my gosh, that's awful. I can already guess you're gonna just ship yourself. I can already guess who you're going to ship yourself with. It would be so funny if I'm right. Ship. I don't get it. Never mind. Let's not worry about that yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I'll start then. Hey, maybe tomorrow we can do a poetry too. I guess. But don't you want to finish this first? Yeah, but we could do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you do anything. No, it's just, well, never mind. We can man, my reading skills my brain is not working today, chat. It is not there. Woo! Well, never mind. We can worry about that tomorrow. And tomorrow comes. After the club meeting ends, Natsuki and Yuri leave. Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayori. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. I could just listen to her talk. She's so cute. I mean, I'm not sure if she meant I can't say that to her, or if I just can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I'm a woman of respect. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know. But there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. That's ridiculous. How come you feel that way? I mean, it's just little signs. Like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. It feels like she only gets excited to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. So she just seems so dismissive a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She's probably just shy, Maybe. My stupid head is just making me worry for no reason. It likes to do that sometimes. It's okay. Try not to worry so much. Everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns that you have. I'm here to help. You're the best! Sayori gives Monika a quick hug. Well, I'm gonna go keep trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. Sayori is she's so great. Hi and bye, everyone. Welcome to the chat and Sayori, and also bye, Sayori. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming and stopping by for a second. Alright. The story of Natsuki and Sayori. After the club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Trotting in the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the closet, reading what must be manga. Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself down right next to Natsuki. Hello there! Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori. You can't just start in the middle of these books. These are spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday?
Sorry, I was just curious.
Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so...
Oh, that's exciting. Well, I'll let you read it then.
Mm-hmm.
Can I sit next to you, though?
Oh, sure. Sayori plops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, only the light tapping noises of her pen, meaning the paper can be heard. Time passes. Sayori's papers is filled with scribbles and the margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book.
Did you finish?
No, but it's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break. Natsuki stretches her arms. Aren't you bored?
No, I was writing.
Oh, I saw all the stick figures. I thought you were just bored.
I just draw those when I'm thinking or waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one is sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. And this one has problems with its back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him.
What the heck? You're such a weirdo.
Want to read the poem I'm working on?
Sure, I guess. Sayori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back over to Sayori. Don't you ever feel weird just sharing all your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are like really emotional.
Is that bad?
Well, no, but I was just an observation.
I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings.
Well, Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words. Does that depend on more the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To each their own, but I've never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's you. That's just how I am. So,
you write poems?
Oh,
You never told me that. I just thought you wrote other stuff.
Yeah, that too, but
you should. I mean, would you ever want to share?
Like I said, I don't do that.
But
can we talk about something else?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it.
Still, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. I should continue the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet.
Sure. Oh, Natsuki's like a little embarrassed. Hello, Natsuki. Welcome to the chat. Hello. Welcome to the chat. We're doing Natsuki and Sayori's side story right now. If that's what you're wondering. Finishing the little baby side stories. Oh, okay, there we go. Something was caught on the computer. Over the next few days, Sayori begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki! Natsuki! Hi, Natsuki! At the end of one of the club meetings, Monica, who has been rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission, starts an innocuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She was pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yeah. I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder, but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind? Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing, as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back. I guess. I just hate when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Monica shares a bright smile. You're really considerate. Thanks I guess, but it doesn't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence for a moment, still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being like all over me right after we met. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but I just have no control over the pace. I can't just meet someone and instantly become friends with them and like share everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? I know it. I just feel bad about it. I know Sayori, you should, so I should have realized. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which has surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that.
Well, I could. I don't know. I could, like, divert her into another club activity for you or something. No way. That would be so underhanded and mean. Sorry, I didn't think that one through. Besides, just because I complained about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. True. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively want to try to solve problems, even if I haven't been invited to. It's fine. I would talk to Sayori about it, but it would make things really weird between us. I feel like it would make her just constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to just keep things natural. Well, I think if you do a good job expressing all your feelings, she would totally understand. Sayori really wants to be the best she can be for other people, and I think she would actually be happy that if you want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. Oh, I just feel so dumb talking to someone about how to be friends with them. It's just weird, not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the literature club. And then she mumbles a little stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hi. Sorry, that just tickled me for some reason. Look, I know that you're kind of in a tough spot, but it's hard, and that it's hard for you to really express yourself, but you're really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critical thinking, even if it doesn't feel like it to you. I think that's the most important part of being able to navigate through these things. So I believe that you'll find the right thing to do. Wow. Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find any excuse to do so. Thanks. I appreciate that. Natsuki gathers her things, and then she's finished her thought in a mumble. I'm still glad I joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monica knew what she meant. It made Monica feel like everything was really going to be okay. There we go. Woo! How's it going, my friends? Oh, we're done with the first part. Awesome. And we got some new mail. Great. How's it going, Carter? Welcome back. I'm glad that you're here. My meeting is over. I'm awesome. I'm glad that you're here, Hulking. I appreciate that. Bootu can't read. I can't. I'm illiterate sometimes. You know how it is, Hulking. You were also born in Alabama, so you know how it is. Hello, Eliori. Eliori, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, my friend? Do we have a Sayori in chat? Sayori was here for a second, but she's not here now. But Eliori's here. And they are as Sayori as we can get. Man, that one was a lot shorter. That was only about 10 minutes long, which is fine. I didn't expect it to be that short. But it's nice to see the two different sides of Natsuki and Sayori. All right, let's check the mail. See, now we're on the 2nd. So we're about to hit December 1st. Binary data in VM2. I've made some new headway with who is this? It's Ro. These are all different people. We have 2 from Paula. We have Ro, Ravi, Paula, Ive, Lib, Ria, and then we have Ive again. I've made some new headway with VM2. Don't get too excited. It's still impossible to establish any kind of stable connection, but it occurred to me that I could at least run a memory dump through some pattern analysis routines to see if we can decipher any digital data from their VM. I didn't want to hog all the server time on a hunch, but I have some preliminary results that indicate the presence of binary computer systems. Based on this, I'm going to schedule 3 days of server time next week to isolate any chunks of memory that appear to be binary data. If successful, we'll definitely be able to find some encoded text and get our first tiny glimpse of VM2. Don't mind me though, just keep going nuts on VM1, and hopefully I'll have more to share soon. Well, you haven't shared anything in like 10 days, so I think it's weird that I'm getting emailed. Like, am I going back in time? That's what's funny. Like, I'm getting new emails as we go back in time. I don't know what that's about, chat, so it is what it is. All the side stories are about 15 minutes. I did pop up last stream on my... Okay, you did... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That was at a fair, so I didn't have much time. These emails... I hate these emails. Why do you hate these emails? All right, we got the new side story. We got balance. And that's all we got. Man, I'm honestly excited for these two guys because I feel like they have the most strenuous and most what's the conflicting
relationships with each other as these two friends. So I'd like to see how that turns out. I'm looking forward to that one. And I'm kind of glad it's our last one because it's like the one I'm looking forward to the most. Yeah, I do remember you saying you were going to a fair. All right. Whew, man. When you finish all the side stories, I will tell you where. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, that'll be good. Let's finish the second half of the side stories. It'd be fun. Every part 2 has a CG. I've picked up on that. Like every single one has every side story has the second part has a CG. And I'm pretty excited for it. It might be a little bit heavy, and that's okay. I'm here for it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. You guys are actually helping me feel a little bit better today, so that's good. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. Someone just called me on my phone, but I'm not gonna answer it while I'm on stream. And if it's important, they will they will leave me a voicemail. So, all right, it's lunchtime. Sayori, who usually buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drowned by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl.
Hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into the other club members around the school. Natsuki!
Sayori stands on her tippy toes and waves. Oh, that's cute. Natsuki, who's busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first. Then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically. Natsuki. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner.
Hey, she definitely saw me.
Oh, did she just ignore her? This music is sad. Oh, it's sad music. Monica is the first to arrive to the club meeting, then Natsuki. Sayori, having glanced through the window to see Natsuki already inside, is unable to work up the courage to enter.
Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside?
No.
Why? I'm sulking.
She said that with it. She's like, I'm sulking. It's like,
oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me.
No, don't leave me! Please, no!
Oh, I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and called her out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me.
Really?
Not bad. Hey! Sorry, I'm sorry. That was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to me. Oh. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's trying to distance herself more instead of getting closer. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking with her friends. Yuri pauses for a moment. How do I put this? Sayori, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them? Of course! I don't think there's anything more important to me. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayori nods. We're very different people. I cherish my alone time. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think, well, if I was trying to have alone time and it was being threatened with any interruption, then it just would not make me very happy. Yeah, but doesn't it have to do with Natsuki? She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. Well, we're all friends in the club, but we have our own lives outside the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives with, but the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think When establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside of the club. It could be that it could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace, rather than just head first into a new commitment. But that means I really was bothering her? I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know. I'm sorry. My insight was really only based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so why was I so selfish? Even if all that is true, then it still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. With you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Now I hurt her and she doesn't even want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this? Sayori, I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different than from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more like that Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you. So I think if we were to realistically consider the situation and how it could cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Suddenly Sayori gives Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others, and my friends deserve happiness. Sayori beams. Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants, and if she does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs, and I'll match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's better for me, for my friends, I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayori. I'm mature. Sayori hops up and down on her toes. So, does that mean you'll be going home after all? Sayori shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. I'll just spend the club by myself today. Yuri nods in the understanding. You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh! Sayori steps aside. By the way, before Yuri enters the club room, Sayori interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different? I don't really think that's true. I think you're really actually similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayori, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayori follows. That's fun. Woo! Oh, hello, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome to the chat, all my new friends. I hate Sayori's. Oh, I love Sayori's. I don't know why I read it as I hate Sayori's voice. Oh, you're welcome. I try my best to do it as good as I can with all of my with my voice acting, even if it's a little. This is actually the first time I've actually like genuinely tried to do well with voice acting, and sometimes my voice acting is like silly and stupid and goofy. I have a go-to. My actual Boot Duke voice is a little silly at times, but I like doing it more. Sayori is silly all the time. She's a little goody, a silly. What would I call her? A silly nilly. That's the word. Sayori and Natsuki are more best friends than Monaco was with Sayori. That's true. Okay, thank you, Hogan. You're just lurking. Got a lot of work. Keep up the good. Thank you. I appreciate it, nerd. Well, I'm not the nerd. That's Sean. He's a sharky nerd. I'm just a duck. Little butt duck. Friends are all that matter to me. I feel you, Sayori. When she is not depressed, yes. Yeah, I mean, you know, depression comes in waves, and we need people to help us through that too. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is buried in a book. Is already buried in a book. Sayori decides it's best to continue the manga, which she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping the pen against her desk, staring at it. Oh, are we writing today? Monica speaks in a quiet voice, unwilling to disturb the peace of the club room. She kneels down at Natsuki's desk. Hi. Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Whatever. I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who is focused on her manga. Monica follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. Oh, how come? I'm busy right now. Ask me later. Monica falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. She inches her hand away from the top margin, following Monica to see. It says, to Sayori. Understanding, Monica smiles and places a hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Natsuki. Natsuki looks away, but no motion to remove Monica's hand. Monica gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away. The next day. Oh, okay. The end of the day. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed, so has Monica, and after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late. Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out, since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. She slides it back onto the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls back out in order to return to its proper location. Sorry, I didn't know we were supposed to go. Oh, well, hold on. What did it say? I didn't know where it's supposed to go. I didn't know where it's supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither of them can break the silence. Oh no. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sayori turns away to hide her pained expression, then walks away from the closet. If there was any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayori carries herself out the club room. Once in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits her palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly Natsuki's stammering voice comes from behind. Natsuki? Startled, Sayori turns around to face Natsuki. It's beautiful. Oh, they're so like timid with each other because they don't know what to do. Natsuki fidgets anxiously, continues with a shaking voice. I have a lot of things to say. Me too, but you go first. Natsuki bites her lips and can't stay still. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force the words out, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little. I'm sorry for the thing that I did at lunch, and I'm sorry for just being kind of mean lately. It's really hard for me to like. I mean, you know, I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable, especially when it comes to like feelings and stuff. So, my face burning, Natsuki clams up a little. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper for Sayori to take. Okay, it's a poem. She's sharing a poem. This is a huge step for Natsuki. So let's give her the support that she needs. And who better to give her that support than the best girl in the world, Sayori. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch. But it's still the best place in the world. But when someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them to put them away. To see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready. But it's still my favorite place. I
still want to share it. However long it takes, if you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door, and I'll show you the best place in the world. It's pretty heavy. That's a pretty heavy poem. But really good. Oh, man. Oh, I kind of want to keep that poem. It's a poem, but I thought, well, I sucked it up so that I could work things out with you. So just be happy about it, please. Sayori smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. I'm happier than I could express. I feel so awful but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted. And that we probably have different ways we like to make friends. About that friendship stuff, I mean, it's okay. I understand, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a good job. So don't force yourself if you're not ready yet, okay? Natsuki nods. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that. I actually felt really guilty, and I just wanted to give you space. I was thinking it's silly that I just approach you all the time and that I should just let you approach me when you wanted to. It just... whatever makes you comfortable. I'll respect that from now on. Friendships should always start with those things. With the right balance. Natsuki nods again. One thing about that. Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just wanted to be balanced, like you said. Sayori nods. I understand. Well, make sure of that together. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. But anyway, now that the two of them have found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again. I'm not gonna be like sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to do once in a while. Only the best ones. So you better like them because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. I was just saying. More importantly, I had to tell you. Hold on, what? I had to tell you about my new boyfriend. Huh? From the manga? Oh, from the manga. Oh, wait, was that did Sayori or Natsuki? Okay, yeah, it was Natsuki. So she knew. I was a little caught off guard there for a second. Wait. I didn't even guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess. I like how it's Sayori. I just went to Natsuki's voice with Sayori's voice combined together. The two walk down the hall together. Oh my god. We have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to save the last two chapters so I could see our reaction to the big reveal. You wanted to enjoy it with me. That's so cute. Shots. Oh, that's nice. I think it's it. Yep. Oh, there we go. We're done. And we got the nice little CG, baby. Oh, we got a couple of new things. Yeah, we finished side story balance. And yeah. That's actually, oh my god, that's a really cute picture of Natsuki. It's probably like the best picture of Natsuki. Like, that's literally the cutest picture of Natsuki I've ever seen. And hey, I've used these. All right, and then we got this one. God, this poem was really good. That was a really good poem. And then this is the poem for getting all of Natsuki's poems. And we haven't read this one yet, so let's go ahead and read this one. I name my pen, the express my feelings aboard, with a ticket to you, no room for stammers, no lies, no extra stops, no compromise. Station screaming by, attendants saying hi. One ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and doze. No bumps in the rails, just thumps in my heart, and loops in my letters, and clouds in the sky, and my dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up, the train has arrived. Expression express, destination you. Choo choo. Oh, that's cute. That's fun. And we got this CG. Nice. All right, we got two more side stories. That's gonna be great. We got Monica and Yuri Natsuki. How's it going, guys? Jordan, how did I wake you up? I'm so sorry, Mal. All right, okay. There we go. Oh, she's still, yeah. Oh, did you subscribe? Awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing. Sometimes if you're hidden or if you have your like your thing subscribed hidden to people, I don't get a notification, or maybe my notification is broken. That could also happen. It's happened a couple times, but I'm gonna believe sometimes it works, sometimes it does. But thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know, but I'm just reading up, catching up on you guys here. I do like side story Monica. I love Monica. You know, Eliora, you know she's my favorite. Wait, who should kiss? Natsuki and Sayori? Why would they? Hold on, what? Oh man, that's a poem. Most of the poems are heavy. You can read it in the gallery. They should. Yep. You guys are funny. Dan did that on purpose. That little sneak. The side stories could have been an anime. That's true. They could have. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan, with the popularity, like this could, like they did it with Danganronpa. They made an anime with Danganronpa because of the popularity. This could also become easily anime. I was fooling around when I said that. Oh yeah, I know. I was feeding into it. All right, let's jump into reflection. The last Monica one. Oh. All right, here we go. They're both Monica and your voice that I give them. Both are very similar with each other. So, I'm gonna try to distinct them a little bit. Am I bothering you? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted and when I read. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air. But the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Maybe I should say something. No need. They just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chance to talk one-on-one, have we? Though, that may be partially my fault since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Oh, but I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of this series. There are still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri. You know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So I just kind of felt like, please don't make me think about the past. I'm sorry, I was just curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Even if it's just between us? Try to ask someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry. I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. Like, I'm like that for things in my past. But, you know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. So it's funny, taking a pause on this. Just while it's on my mind while I'm thinking about it. We know a lot about Sayori and Natsuki and Yuri's past, but we kind of, like, Monika's kind of an enigma. Like, we don't know really anything about her. We don't know her past, what she went through, why she feels the way she does, or at least, like, all we know that she was in the debate club, left the debate club, and now started a literature school. That's about all I know about her, and that's as far back of her past as we do know. So, or maybe this is the side story that we get to dive a little bit deeper into that. Okay. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me of quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too. Hi, were you talking about May? No, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I really wasn't going hard until then. Oh, yeah, what was it that inspired you to get more into it? Jeez. I don't know. I guess, let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I really related to. I can actually identify with that because I wasn't not really into manga until I really got in. Well, I watched this anime, and I've always been into anime, but I watched this one anime, and the season stopped in the middle of the series, and they never made another one. And then I continued reading. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go read the manga because I want more of this because I really like this anime and I really want to watch, know more about it. And there's 100 more chapters past this point, and I reread it from the beginning of the manga to the end, which was, you know, I like that. And it's been on my mind lately. I kind of really want to reread it again, but that's how I got really into manga, is because I read through that whole series and I just really enjoyed it, and I loved everything about it. And it's funny because like the show was so lighthearted and not really super mature, but the manga is super mature and like super dark and super graphic, and I'm like, okay, well, this was a lot more intense, which made me love it a lot more. So and it's literally one of my favorite series of all time. And if I recommend it to anybody, I already, like, if I recommend a manga to anybody, I definitely recommend that one because it's just so good. All right, let's continue. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and I wanted to be by myself. Yeah, kind of like Yuri. Monica. Sorry, that's completely wrong. So it's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. Wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. Now, how high did you think it would go if you got stacked up the whole? How high do you think it would go if you stacked the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand up high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes, so it's 50 volumes long, so that I can say I've read more than you. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. It's not boring. Chill, I just said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion. I just think it's too convoluted. Okay, convoluted. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Sayori, are those from the floor? Gross. Also, wash your hands before you touch my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. That's true. Very true. Fine. Sayori trots out of the room and Natsuki follows. Yuri, look a little upset.
What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I really understand that it's not for everyone, but she knows well how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You might be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like, especially in the literature club. So I should figure out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. That then, either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Oh, that's cute. Oh, are we done? No, we're not done. Okay, good. Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we can get to share things that we're really passionate about. But that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry. I just feel like I'm being accused of something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if it came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we are going to have differences in a lot of... I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, my reading. It's tough. I'm sure we're going to have differences in an opinion... I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot. So I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so. Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. That goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayori, what's your favorite food? I have them organized by category, so should I start with snacks, or do you mean like full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh, jeez. How about your favorite fruit? No, that's easy. Cherries! Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious! Whoa, that's pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty. How does that make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe. Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction was just because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How's that objective when you just said it was only your opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feeling about them, like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good! So what if I said this instead, like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example. But I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sayori didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not gonna quiz you or something. I know that. I'm just, sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, it just feels like I shouldn't have to pull all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help you turn your differences into a positive experience, rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help to demonstrate. What the heck? I've been bamboozled! I'm sorry, Sayori.
I'll make it up to you later.
How about a cherry sundae?
How about a cherry sundae?
You are welcome to do me anytime, my beloved president.
That turned things around. Buying your people's loyalty? How deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, right? You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought the other week.
That was, I mean, I was reading and not keeping track of them.
Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club, like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start off?
Well, I'd rather not.
No, please stop.
How come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just going to start a fight.
No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's have a calm, rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind. Respectable? Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear that enough. But there's plenty of deep manga.
I'm not clueless about manga.
I've read my own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me?
Because I'm past that point in my life. I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now.
Excuse me?
Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here?
Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Or maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you.
Natsuki. Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy. I love them both in their own way.
Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring.
Boring isn't subjective.
Okay, it bores me. That's subjective.
But, I mean, the thing about... This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset.
I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think, but I always get the impression that you secretly look down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed.
That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being...
They're getting upset because they're doing the same thing to each other. They feel disrespected and they both feel looked down upon. That's what they both feel right now. That's what's happening. Oh my gosh. It's a never-ending cycle. Just kiss and make up.
The only thing I look down upon is that people make fun of me just being myself and trying to mind my own business.
What? Have you looked in the mirror? Tell me again about your respect after calling all my interests immature.
You can't. Please stop. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay?
Yuri's piercing words send the clubroom into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Wow. Holy crap. I never heard her sound like that before. She must have been so pissed.
Well, you weren't very nice either, so...
I was just saying.
How did this happen?
It's my fault. Yuri was wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do.
It's nobody's fault. And it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love.
That's true. That's facts. In anyone's opinion, like, for real. Like, if I felt insulted about the things that I love, I would probably get a little defensive, and I'd probably get a little upset. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about it.
Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you're trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her. Not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that at all. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Well, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting up myself up to cause more problems. This isn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out, because I can just move on now. But, it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just better. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone of her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Sayori and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. Woo! End of chapter 1. Interesting. See, that's why I'm really excited for Sayori's and Yuri's. It's going to be really good. All right, time to... Okay, how's it going, chat? Man, Sayori and Natsuki are truly best friends. Yeah, they like each other. Oh, by the way, Bidu, have you noticed that the side stories seem to be themed onto Natsuki? I haven't really picked up on that. Not really. Oh, don't worry. I make mistakes like that too. The side stories is Dan's way of talking about different opinions and how it can make others feel. I mean, yeah, I've picked up on that big time. Like I said, this is Dan's way of talking about the effects of people's opinions. I deal with... Nasty is a nasty word. Yeah, that's true. I deal with defensive Monica fans, and it gets annoying. I mean, that's fair. Like, yeah, I like Monica, and you like Sayori. I think, honestly, they're all great characters. But sometimes we have to choose favorites, and sometimes we have to... Some people want you to choose one, and sometimes I don't want to, but I have to answer the question. I'll pick Monica. And I think every single one of these characters also have different complicated situations that make them their uniqueness, and that's why I like all of them. And I do like Monica a lot, though. She, I feel like she has a deeper side of things. I feel like there's something much more deeper and complex to her than all the other characters, but that's just my opinion. But all the other characters are phenomenal in their own way, and they honestly, through this whole playthrough, I feel like I've learned a lot, and through each of one of the characters that have showed me, and that's huge. I think that's what Dan is trying to convey across, as well as that, like, yeah, everyone has their opinions, everyone has their thoughts, their own problems, everyone goes through different things, and we just have to have people there to help us through it. Hey, when someone says it'll all be okay, because you can't promise it will be okay, and most of the time it isn't. That is true. That is a strong word. I mean, Natsuki and Yuri's. Like, ever since Respect the Story seems to be on Natsuki, but you're not definitive like others. Okay, that's fair. I'll appreciate that. Though it seems like Natsuki is the big focus on this saga. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all leading up to the final one between Natsuki and Yuri, and through the main story, we've seen their two relationship have friction a lot. But I'm excited to see the resolution and
the what's the word? Oh my gosh. Um, if they do, they reconcile with each other. I'm gonna go get some water because speaking a lot helps. Hurts the throat a little bit. So I'm going to get some water real quick, and I'll be right back. So hang tight real quick. All right. Hello, my lovelies. I'm back. Ooh, man, oh man. Oh, that was so good. Nice little water-based pick-me-ups, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I went and got some water with a little bit of a pick-me-up, like an energy water. I poured a little glass, get myself a little pep in my step. That's probably what it is. Probably why I'm feeling so off is because I'm just a little exhausted and tired. So yeah, we're actually on track for this stream. We're halfway through, and we have 3 left, which is super nice. I need to send a quick message to my fellow brethren real quick. We plan on finishing another Zelda game tonight, which is super fun for our timeline takeover on the X Brethren channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our X Brethren channel. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, go ahead and subscribe to me. That'd be awesome. And like this stream because it's also good. And if you haven't already joined our Discord, go ahead and join our Discord, because they are a lot of good people in there, and you get to see when we're streaming, what's coming up, and get excited for what we have putting out. Hulking Enigma and Shark the Nerd are also part of the Brethren, and they're doing great. And Hulking Enigma has been a big supporter for me, and he's a good friend to me. And if you have not already subscribed to him, I think this is it, or is it? It's one of these two. I forget which one. I'm pretty sure it's the second one. Yeah, it's the second one. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Hulking. He's a phenomenal guy, and he does a lot of Doki Doki content, and now he's diving into some Poppy Playtime and Five Nights at Freddy stuff. So that's if that's up your alley, look at that. And I'd let you know, if I hit 100 subscribers, I plan on doing something very special for my channel. So as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, it's going to be something really big, something special that I'll put everything on hold just to do this certain thing that I want to do for you guys, and I'm pretty excited for it. All the brethren don't know what it is either, so it's something super special that I've planned out for that as soon as I hit 100 subscribers. All right, go and jump into reflection. You guys are amazing. I hope you continue to chill and relax as we read through Side Story Part 2. All right. Oh, I dropped it. Dropped my controller. Oh, yeah. It just feels good. Cold water on my throat. All right. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. You guys are just great. You guys are great. A new day arrives. Sayori arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at a desk and pulls out a sheet of paper primmed to jot down her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because a ship sailed away. Y'all. Yeah! Natsuki! Oh, music change. Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Haha, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you would want me listening in your poetry thing. Yeah. Thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that then? That was weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Oh no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri gets too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so... Oh, Jez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignored it and moved on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty, and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's just figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy when the way the things were, before we had to have that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No! Why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe it was. I just hate that she thinks she
so much better than me just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide they don't like me, or manga, or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's books a chance? After this? Obviously not. What about before this? Wow. I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without it being needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sayori shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with. But the most important thing is that both manga and fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe, they have more in common than you would think. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like first it was with Monica when I was new to the club, and then it was with you, and now it's Yuri. I'm always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk. If they just realized that, and then they could just at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everyone's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. And I don't know why. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. Sayori puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. Man, everybody touching Natsuki's shoulder. Hey, hi Natsuki. Welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways that they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication, and it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot of reflection and self-awareness and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, I guess my dad. Like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something's goes wrong and there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I would just sound really, really full of myself. No. Our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know? Accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me feel like I'm a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That's just a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase. That I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way that I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. Whoa, my gosh, I have an itch. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then. And it's gonna make you feel like poop. Make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You know, you can communicate and learn from each other and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with. Called depression. Depression? You're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. Oh my gosh. Boom, Sayori. You just let it go. Wow. Oh, like my mind just blew. Oh my gosh. Wow. I wish I played this game like years ago. I need to take notes. I want to be a good person like you. Oh, she started to cry. You little sweetheart. We're all good people. You and Yuri and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Natsuki remained silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No. It wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Wow. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. I'm not going to yell at you. I was just wanted to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't just try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on. That's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a second and then manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me, especially Natsuki. That's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found herself in an altercation with Natsuki, and how a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me, and I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs her hair. It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talked about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak their minds, and so did I. And then she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I like you, and we've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior despite my tastes, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. and it makes me think bad things about her, but everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. And my feelings about her are wrong, and I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like that's something I learned around when I was first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things, or we can, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I could never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way. It's about how you handle them, and I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Yuri wears a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature and so good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri, I'm far from perfect, but these are learned skills. They didn't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she gets so negative and dismissive of the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know how it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of that getting in the way. I can't stand it when the peace is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the peace is disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind, so. Wait, is the CG gonna be them two hugging? Because that'd be so cute. You're so gentle. I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to get to see that side of you. I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write a letter to her. Oh, a letter? What a great idea. Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens with determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that, and I wouldn't want it to be. But something I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways, but I'm friends with her because she put up so much effort for understanding me, so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience, and I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? Yuri nods. I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. That there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just like me to think that. I am always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through my observations at the literature club. Observations? Monica is caught by surprise. Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual to hear her suddenly talk about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayori too. And it makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. Monica never thought much of it, but in past weeks, Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems and concerns of others, always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. CG? CG? Oh no. It's true. Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with each other,
and can more easily work through the situations of conflict, but that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and the capacity to improve. The first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. That's true. That's so true. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime hallways, her fists pressed into her collarbone. When she finds the Literature Club's president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glances towards the door, making the girl panic and duck outside. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks out a response. Please, help me. What? Is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you were in some kind of emergency. Monica briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends. Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. Just one sec. Monica trots back into the classroom, saying something like, I gotta go, to her friends, then grabs a pen off the desk before returning to Yuri. Okay. Let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica to this, so the two of them set off. How are you today? Huh? Me? Oh, yes. Oh gosh, sorry. I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today. I'm just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? Oh, I don't know. I think I just easily get distracted. I get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too. I do that too. Hey, this classroom is in. Let's go in there. After peering inside, Monica opens the classroom door and the two of them enter. Yuri's moment of relaxation ends. She watches as Monica pulls 2 chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Monica beckons her to take a seat. She stares down at the empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. There it is. There's the CG cutscene. There we go. We got it. Hey, you're left-handed. That's neat. I'm left-handed. That's so cool. Yeah. Now, I don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulders against Yuri. I'm sorry. I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start listening to different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. That's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But never mind. I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her tension evident. Then she writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but have been able to separately be friends with Sayori and Monica. That's me. Yes, it is. So Yuri thinks, I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. Same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as oh my gosh, chat. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she just wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So, what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to things I talk about and not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. I like when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person, even when I'm not good at I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay. Yuri writes down some things I think the most important thing to remember is here that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable, so we should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first you have to make sure that they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally, you ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized, I had no idea how to come with any kind of structure. You're amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know. You spend so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're amazing. So I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monica's hands in place. For a while, they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday, you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? The thing about how feelings aren't right or wrong, and that they're just a state of being we need to come to terms with. It made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people rather than as insignificant side characters or who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you feel about Natsuki? Yuri nods. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best, and everyone gets to be happy. Monica peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm. I have to be able to read it to help out, you know. It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on paper, I realize I'd really prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. I'm glad to hear that, actually. Somehow I keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing, and I've done enough damage already. But it's also been so wonderful about talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but Yuri smiles. I will always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one. Being a human? Is that what you said? That's funny. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. Monica gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks, and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Oh. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish before the end of the day? Probably. But I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course, I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales, and the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monica nods. Good luck. I'm here if you need me. Yuri needs a nod, returns a nod, and the two depart. End of chapter. Yep, yeah, there it goes. Woo! Another couple of pictures down. Oh, there's another picture. Finish the side story reflection 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do a recap real quick. We gotten all of this. Yeah, we're on time. We are making bacon, baby. That's a cute picture. She's dropping all of her stuff. I like her background, like all the tea leaves and books. That's cute. We've gotten all the poems. We've gotten all of the wallpapers. We've gotten almost all the CGs. We're missing 3. And we've gotten all of the secrets, all of the backgrounds, and all of the sketches, and all of... Oh, no, we're missing one promo. Okay, so we're getting close. We're getting there. Woo! I'm going to catch up with chat. We have one more side story left, chat. We've got this. All right. I'm going to scroll back up. Like about the opinions, me and Hulking have a different opinion about the side stories. We'll tell you when you're finished. Okay, awesome. I appreciate that, Ailiori. I feel like Saria was thinking about MC at that moment before Natsuki spoke. Probably. I mean, if Sayori said feel like poopy, that would yeah, that wouldn't be in character. That's true. If she said the other word. I wish I played this before high school because of what happened to me. Oh yeah. High school's a rough place. That's true. Yeah, Natsuki had some trouble with all the characters. Yeah, they're just friends. The left hand gang. Yeah, let's go. Are you left-handed, Meow? I'm left-handed. I've been left-handed all my life. Funny enough. Yeah, Monica's really sweet in this side stories. So something happened, something changed, and I think it's the MC that changed everything because she wanted to be loved on a intimate level, and she wasn't a character to be romanced, but everyone else was. It's gonna be very heavy. Yeah, I bet. I with these two characters, it's definitely gonna be heavy. All right. Oh, you're right-handed. Right-handed people are okay. Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, it's because Monica became self-aware. She knew what was happening and what she was a part of, and I wonder what led to that. Maybe we'll get an email saying that, because I think we only have one email left since it'll be December 1st. All right, let's dive into this. Also, thank you, chat, for being here. You guys are amazing, and if you haven't already, like the stream. It always helps. It always helps me grow. All right, scratching my nose. Let's get started. Woo! It's only been one day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because the staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Natsuki. What are you doing here? I just... Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea, but instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see it suits you. So, not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. I'm just gonna stop talking. It seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off her drink and takes a sip. Hey, there's soccer tryouts. Oh, there's a bake sale. Ooh, music club concert. Oh, wait, that's fun. Okay. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. And the two just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what that might be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason. I don't know. But I want to eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. It's the next day. Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today, she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. Ah, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this, because there aren't any people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't. But there's no people here. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch, the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here. Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, like, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide from them exactly, but I just don't want it to come up again now after I've waited so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are into manga? Unless your online friends count. Sarah, but that's different because she's not exactly into it. She just likes it. You know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books. So you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful. Especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you're like me and you have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Since middle school, actually. I was actually desperate back then. So it's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used a pseudonym. But I like it all the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I could look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since. So I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Ha, probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist. Or exist yet. Alright, hell. Natsuki raises her hand to her face and forcibly slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to hit myself that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks to the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek. She turns red and stares into her lap, but isn't able to hide a smile as though it was really a really funny joke. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in ya. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on all about this nonsense. I'll let you get back to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation ends quickly, and Natsuki opens her book. And they read for a while. The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour, but the whole time Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. You're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it's not. It wasn't stupid. I just thought, never mind. What I meant to say is thank you. And that's a really nice gesture.
It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do. It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear. Please believe me. Yuri pauses and nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please don't feel obligated. I want to. I want to do nice things too. Okay. Thank you. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too. Natsuki sighs. Nothing? It just reminds me of how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. They are just other things I'd rather do during lunch lately. I like being around them when we're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good at just putting up with it because it would be so stupid it just caused drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone around me to change. But yeah, I know. Monica and Sayori really don't agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position. So it's easier for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems? Yeah. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so I don't know. Just that means I should keep going. If you like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. And they really like my begging. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. So? Are those all things that are important to you? Well, kind of, but they're not the things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Sayori really likes your baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Natsuki stands up. No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Just please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down. You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. A moment of silence stretches between them. They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts, like how Monica can. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes, all you do is look at them wrong, and they're all like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay? I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot will make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind, but I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated, especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them and in ways that I've never felt with real people. So in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really? Is that hard for you to be around people, like all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversation and saying jokes and all of that, I don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Oh, that doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. See, okay, pause with the video. My personality and how I deal with things is just like Yuri, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like me and her are like kindred spirits. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? A lot. Like, more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more. But it's a mutual silence. One full of understanding. Woof. Oh. We got one more, guys. Time to catch up on chat. How's it going? Wow. If you played the side stories before the base game, how much stronger would your feelings be to the bad stuff that happens? It's better to have IRL friends. I am 100% like Sayori, both in a happy way and... Oh yeah. Someone already told me that there's one afterward. It might have been you, Ellery. There's one more after this. But we're making great time. Making great time on these. Woof. Okay. What if I played the side stories before the base game, how much stronger would your feelings be to the bad stuff that happens? I think my thoughts would still be pretty sound and solid, because like this is just a prequel to what is to come. But it would probably, the only thing that would change my perspective on is that I know more about the characters now and their thoughts and their feelings and how they deal with things and what's on their minds and what they're going through and how they feel. I would just be more concrete on who they are and what they're dealing with. And so that would just help me understand what, like, whys and reasons what they did in the base game. So that's how I feel. Yep, me. Yeah, it was probably you. All right, second to last one. Oh man, I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. You guys are amazing. Thank you, chat, for going on this journey with me as we wrap it up with a nice little beautiful bow. Ha! Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming for today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah.
I was in a good mood today, so I figured I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share them with you too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown, with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped into a floral pattern, and it topped with some kind of glittery powder. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them. I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really. Yuri takes a small bite. And this is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do ya? It was just a real random idea I wanted to try, so don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Well, usually never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. This is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the times she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of a cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. I kind of just always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. It was probably making some stuff almost every day, but it's something that I always knew I'd like anyway. It's like baking is like an art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards. Well, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something that I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in the moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know. It just makes you feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. Oh, you weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just that the way they are, and I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. I'm glad the situation is resolved, and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that the cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do, so you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides them up to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box, and then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know. I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. Without warning, tears poured from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes, and it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult, and I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spent so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So, I understand some of that through my own experience, and that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues and hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself that makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would let go. There are things about you that people would like, so... Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around, and you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh, and you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead, and you care a lot about other people, and just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide his smile. Then she sighs and it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's like the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? No, just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back. I didn't finish reading that. So ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm really scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What do you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with a little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on approval of others to be happy, but I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what makes me feel so confused, because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much for you has gone into it, so much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about it. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. Scratch. My nose is itching. And I'm scared that they'll hurt me for even going against them. Physically? Not physically, but Yuri clenches her fist. Natsuki? What? If anyone ever thinks to cause you harm, I'll kill him. It's just, yes, Yuri. I will unleash hell upon them. Natsuki snorts in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that. That's all. Oh, well, I mean it. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an enduring look. I needed that. As the conversation lasts, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Natsuki nods. I'm sure. Well then, I will. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds onto that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. Gosh, these side stories. I love these side stories. These side stories are so good. They make me happy. I'm not saying I don't like the base game. That was traumatizing. But this just fills me with joy. Friends being friends. You're here first today. Mm-hmm. And you brought reading material. Mm-hmm. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like, it's such a good part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of the series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Maybe. But there's some things I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends. What? Excuse me? Like with friends, at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just more nerdy stuff. Why do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls to her knees to her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered and her mind is racing over what she might have said or done. I did. I ended it. I texted them early telling them, and then I just blocked them because I'm afraid of their responses. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that's... Oh, I'm sorry. Totally unsure what to do, Yuri can barely find any words to support an offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick, and I want to hit my head against something. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor slowly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods with her rapid breathing, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods, shaking her. Her shaking becomes more and more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep breath, a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, and although Natsuki breath shakes on the way out. That's good. Let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles, while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. Minutes pass in silence. By now, the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees, and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then, she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down, and so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she said hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it takes a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. Because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Oh, such a precious scene. Do you really mean that? Do you really mean that? You're probably going to regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably going to have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. Which, you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh? That means you're finally figuring out my favorite ice cream flavor? Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. I remember that. I do remember that. It's very fondly in my brain. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How's that fancy? I don't know. I felt like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. Oh wait, that was Yuri. Yeah, did Yuri say that? Yeah. Is there anything better I can be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make it easier for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about, except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little better. The way I like to be treated. And the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place. Even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here intentionally. Oh, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I I may have tracked you down, Forest. With the help of say RA. That's. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to lie. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud for you for it. Anyone? You mean like Yo? Yes, like me. Oh, look at Yuri's face. He's embarrassed to say that. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything makes. Oh, I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. At the end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore together. Woo! Chat. Look at that. Up. And there it is. It's cute. Yeah. That was. Oh my God. Oh, that is beautiful picture. Oh my God. Finish all of the style stories. Yeah, of course. This is. Oh yeah, it has to be. Like that's the most beautiful picture I've seen in my life. God. Lee. Woo. Yeah, that was a good one. I've actually helped a friend, that's what I'm gonna say, a couple of times through panic attacks, and yeah, what Yuri did is a good way to help. Just be present, be reassuring, and be gentle. Yeah, that's pretty much how that was good. That was a good side story. All right, okay. What I mean is, would it hurt you a lot more? Oh, and I don't think it would have hurt me a lot more if I played this side series before this. I think it would. Like I said, it would just make me know more because it 100% would hurt me so much. Oh, and funny enough, when I read this side story, my mom was with me, and it was something having your mom in the same room with you and sees you crying playing a game. Yeah, that I'm sure that would be a whole different experience. I don't even know what my mom would even do for that. Anyways. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I was like, imagine if Yuri did say kill him. I'd be like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, she said it in her own unique way. Oh, no, I get it. The side stories are so peaceful and makes me happy, more happy than the base game. Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's weird. Like, this is a psychological horror game, but the side stories, like, you just forget about it. Like, it's just all happy, stories. It's all, yeah, happy side stories. Self-love made a lot of friends ship Natsuki and Yuri. That's fair. But everyone's gonna ship everyone with everybody, so everyone has their fandoms. All right, one more to go. It's about 10 minutes, so there's okay. All right, the last side. Oh my gosh, equals. And it's all of them together. It's so cute. All right, we're coming to an end, guys. We are coming to an end. Still got those last 2 left. Let's begin. I know it's like you not playing the same game. What do you mean it's not like me to play the same game? I'm a little confused by that one. Whoop. Are you saying like it's not like me to replay games? I mean, for self-love, people ship Sayori and Yuri because they were hugging. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now I understand. Okay. Sorry, I thought I said you. I know it's like you're not playing the same game. Yes, now I understand. Side stories make you feel like you're playing a different. Yes, that is true. It is different. This feels like a whole different game. All right. Final story. We're here. We're coming to the end of the tunnel. I can see the lights right there. Beautiful. And also sad. It's bittersweet. It is. This has been a great journey. I've loved it. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over a general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Sayori and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival?
Yes! So the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get the most of them before the lines get too long.
Hey, that has nothing to do with the club.
Oh, well, you have to let me finish.
All right, fine, go ahead.
Right, so basically we get all the food we can, and then we come back here and we all eat it together. That's all.
Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Belle, don't be a hater. It's not like you came up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it.
No, it wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. Like, we can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really got a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event.
Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea.
Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club.
Well, that's kind of tough, because everyone gets something different out of the club.
Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build.
Yeah, that's too embarrassing. But you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way.
Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable is with it, so suck it up and do it.
Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter.
All right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. But anyway, who's gonna start?
I'll start. I was the first to join, after all.
Wouldn't that be me?
No, I was gonna go first.
Fine, you can start. I don't mind.
Yay! So, gosh, man, it feels like it was so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like, if it's just a poem, then I can share it with my feeling without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my feelings. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and just saw Monica. And she was sleeping.
Don't remind me of that, oh gosh.
Yeah, but it seemed like it was so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remembered feeling like Monica, who was just sweet and mature, and that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew Literature Club was going to be special for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I felt the same way. It really helped me give the club a more cohesive vision.
Yeah, and then Yuri joined, and she was so different from us, and then Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of opposite, where she was ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too.
I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you.
Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with, so when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like it was just wasting my time. I think I was naive as to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of others. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I just was super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who was easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. And also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange that the way things turned out, it's so different from anything I've ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, you're so cute that I'm going to throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh, well, for me, it's actually true. So, what are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn. My heart. Sayori, take some time. Take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you are complaining about doing this. Still went before me. What a show off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you got out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of my favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake queen. Neither of you will forget that. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey. Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff, but I guess what it comes down to it is just that I'm in a much better place mentally than when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out, it still hurts to think about it. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was just for the best, and I was right. I guess for me, it was all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was just to ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when you have been being the biggest jerk. Gosh, why did my nose itch so much? I guess I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes up a little. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that it was like that. Everyone did so much for me. I could never do anything in return. That's true. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. I remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up. It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano, and that's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around, and you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing as some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I would want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry, I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong, and I made the mistake multiple times, thinking that my way was the best way for everyone, or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is help guide people rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club. Realizing what that really means. Sari, what are you doing? I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sari writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case, Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sayori writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of friendship, or they need time before they are ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I thought reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great. We have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to Natsuki. Wow, if everyone took all the chalk, don't look at me like that, Jays. You could have just asked. Monica hands her a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I'd gotten with it, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me afterward. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, fine. Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone, get together. I can fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. There it is. It's the CG. The cute little photo. Oh yeah, we probably get the photo as the CG at the end. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. Stop it. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desk, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri each give each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. Sayori stretches, then does the same. But Monica is left tapping the pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Just move your hand. Monica's mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration. Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Oh, is this it? Is this the end? I think this is it. I think we did it. Oh, we're done. This is the end. Oh my gosh. Oh, I kind of got chills. Guys. Ooh. Ooh, that was good. Wow. That was great. Welcome to the chat, Avon. And Yuri's here. Oh man, we've had all the girls join the chat today.
Yeah, thank you so much. That Tower Saga was something. Yeah, right? Jeez. We have all the girls in chat. Well, we don't have Monica. Unfortunately, but it's okay. She's probably pretty busy. How's everybody doing in chat? We have finished the side stories. Now we just have to wait for the achievements to unlock, and then we get it. We get it. Yeah, this was a really, it's a very deep, thought-provoking game where you just deal with real life circumstances that people are dealing with constantly every single day of your life, and it's just tough. It's just real tough. And I feel like this is like I wouldn't say the base game, but I would definitely say the side stories could help, like with some mentally struggling people who just need someone to like help spell it out into words or spell it out into a format. And that some of these games are like that. And there's a lot of games out there that help with mental health, that help with motivation and depression and all the things. Thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. At least these side stories were. Made with Love by Team Salvalto. Serenity Forge. Oh, look at that. There's the picture. There's the picture, guys. Oh, it's good. It's so cute. There it is. Oh, okay, there's one. Friendship and literature. Finish all the side stories. Do we get the last one? That's the thing. Oh, what are we missing, chat? What are we missing, chat? We're missing something. All right. Okay, first, let's check the mail. Let's move on. Okay, so yeah, we're here now. We're here at the very beginning. All right. Paula Miller's back. Okay, this is great. We need to have a meeting about shifting our focus a little bit. We've reset in VM1. How many times now? For real, we've definitely collected as much data as we can from it at this point. We just need to work with what we have and try to increase the stability of our connection with VM2. We've obviously gotten spoiled by the ease of access that VM1 offer us, but it's just unrealistic for someone in real life to be granted a level of elevation even close to monitor kernel access. If we can't establish a stable connection to VM2, then how can we expect to get anywhere when the same scenario inevitably occurs to our own universe? Anyway, thanks to Rose's work, we were able to acquire a few rudimentary logs. I have an idea on how to increase connection stability to VM2 while maintaining weak hypervisor access to everyone inside on any individual basis. Ironically, it has to do with something that they're building in their own VM. I'll go into detail in more formal report, but some of the log files indicate attempts of theirs to pull together the access potential of multiple individuals into a single parallel unit. It sounds ridiculous, but if they actually get somewhere with it, then we might have a solid entry point that doesn't heavily intrude upon the VM. I'm going to spin up a read-only hypervisor that we can use to test different ideas like this. The elevation level will be set to monitor adjacent runtime level access. The VM will just be named Test VM. For now, although the parallel access unit they're building in the VM seems to be Project Libitnia, according to the few logs we have. We can change the name once we actually get a decent picture of it. Project Manager, Paula Miller. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. So there we go. All right. We have all this. Let's check this out. Oh, that's cute. Everyone say cheese. And then we have this cute one. Everyone make a funny face. Oh, Yuri. That's funny. She's like, may I have a mustache? We've unlocked all the pictures. So what do we... This is new. This is new. Hold up, chat. Hold up. This is new. Bye, Natsuki. Hope you have a good night. Look at the side story. Select the last achievement. Select for the last achievement. I guess the I will come soon. And Mr. Butuk, Natsuki was the main character in the side stories. They were pretty much Natsuki's story. Yes. Okay. I was about to bring that up. I noticed that. We had in the base game we had Sayori in Act 1. That was her story. Then we had Yuri in Act 2, but Natsuki kind of fell short, and I felt like the side stories were more focused on the story of Natsuki. I felt that way. All right, this right here is the last thing. Ah, there it is. The breakthrough. Initially attempting decoding binary connected. What are we doing? What is this? Guardian Angel's codename Blindness, who is seeking guiding light, and there's internal prison. Connection lost. Two guardian angels condemned to blindness who seek a guiding light in their eternal prison. Oh. Okay. Let's try that again. Why not? The upcoming. Like the sequel? All have functional reproductive systems, then we could produce new potential potent children with an incredible efficiency, and sudden death would be a less. Hold up. I'm going to read this again. All have functional reproductive systems, then we could produce new potent children with incredible efficiency, and sudden death would be a less. And sudden death would be a less. What? Hold up. Chill, chat. What is happening? Oh, there's so much more to this. I felt like there was always so much more to this. I mean, ever since the breakthrough of Monica, like there. Okay, here we go. Beyond the eyes of the public, decades of favorable reputation. Beyond the eyes of the public, decades of favorable reputation. It's like, is this like some kind of like an umbrella agency stuff happening behind the scenes? Being a pharmaceutical company, but then they create a zombie virus, and everyone. The nexus extends beyond any computer comprehension of the material world. What the what? What the what, chat? Yeah, I got the last achievement, but what is happening? It's a theory I hate. The side stories make me like Monica, but then when I remember the base game, I hate her again. A calm before the storm. When is Dan going to make... What is... Oh, when I make my video, you best believe we're going to try to unfold this. We're going to talk about this in my video. They speak to me. They instruct me to... Connection lost. It's not going to show me anything else. This one's going a lot longer. Okay, now it's gone. $214. 54, 42, 15. 214. 214. What? What is... All your base belong... Okay, that's a troll. That's a troll. I just got trolled. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're done. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm just gonna see what happens. Can I back out? No, I can't. I have to wait for it to say connection. Yeah. All right, one more time. One more time. You're gonna be for real with me? You love Sayori and Natsuki equally? Hey, that's fine. That's awesome. Oh, Natsuki, you're cute. Oh, like dogs? Genetically molded by humans and unconditionally loyal in exchange for food and shelter. What is happening? This is beautiful. That's a beautiful picture. I just kind of want to look at all the pictures, like from start to finish. Okay, we got the metaverse, got the original, and then we got the 4, and then we got the chibis, and then we got the secondary 4, and then we have a secondary opening, and then we have some more chibis, and then we have all of the that's such a cute one. These are probably my favorite ones because they're different. So I got some more baby chibis, and then some more chibis. Aw, yeah, I know I'm yours, Monica. Got all the poems. So we already read through all of them. Well, hold up. Oh, that's the Act 3 background. Adorable. That's a good one. That's a cute one. Good Natsuki one. Not the best Sayori one. Not the best Natsuki. That's probably one of the best Yuri ones. I'm a fan of this one too. It's just so it feels gentle. This one makes me uncomfortable. This is the best one. This is the best Sayori one. Love the Monica one. Love just Monica. This is a good moment. I remember that one. Oh, it's so precious. Good moment for Natsuki and Monica. And yeah, and these two are cute. Cute. And then the secrets, and then the backgrounds. I like this one a lot. The music room is nice. Oh, some concept arts. Yuri used to have black hair, and they look a lot younger in this one too. And Monica's clothes look a little bit more baggy. Actually, all the uniforms except for Yuri's looks a little more baggy. Cute concept art for Monica and Sayori. So cute. It's the MC. First time we see him. It's crazy. Oh man, more chibi concept. Concept for Monica. This is cute. It's for all the girls. See Natsuki, Sayori. Yep. Natsuki. Oh, that's cute. Oh, it's the Valentine's ones. Oh, it's the Valentine. Oh, it's so cute. Of course, she's gonna be smiling. She's so cute, and of course she's reserved and doesn't want to share yet. She's making stuff always. One of my favorite pictures. One of my favorite pictures of all time. Because they were in the background, just cute, spying on MC and Monica. Man, easily disturbed book. It's crazy. That's just a beautiful picture. It's a cute one too. Yeah, this is great, guys. Gosh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait for what's to come. I really can't. I believe there are 10 phrases hidden in the test VM. Okay. Jordan's video of the game. But yeah, I'm gonna be making a achievement run video for this game with a lot of fun contexts, and I'm pretty excited for that. of course, MC and Sayori hugging. Sayori and MC are the ones that end up in the relationship. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you haven't already, this game, this whole story reminds me of an anime I used to watch. It's called Shuffle. It's pretty old in the early 2000s, but it reminds me just like this game. The interactions and all that. It's fun. It's a good funny. It's not scary. It's not psychological horror, but it's a good anime to watch. It's not long, very short. I think it was 12 episodes. So if you like Shuffle, if you like this, I recommend Shuffle. Shuffle's really good. The Valentines that Monica stole from them. Oh, is that what happened? Monica actually stole the girl's gifts from the girl. Aw. What's your opinion on the metaverse? They are, from what I read in the, I don't like Paula. Paula has some pretty loose morals, but I don't know. It's something I really want to talk about, and I'll probably talk about it more in the video that I make. Yeah. Oh, man, we're done. We're done here, man. So that was fun. I enjoyed the story. DDLC is done. All 18 achievements. Man, that was an adventure, and I got to spend it with you guys. Woo. So guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Hulking and Enigma. And don't forget to subscribe to the Brethren, because that's where we're doing a lot of cool things, hopefully. But we got some plans in the works, and don't forget to subscribe here, because I got lots of stuff coming up. And if you want to see my DDLCs, please stay tuned, because it's going to be a lot of fun to make that video, especially with the amount of luck that I had with it, especially getting the ghost menu. Apparently, that was a huge thing that was going to trip me up, and people are like, bro, you don't even know. It's like, I don't know. So I'm pretty excited about that, and to get this going. And I expect a lot of shorts out of this. And I am doing well. He thinks I'm going to shave his head, but there is something special coming at my 100 subscriber event. So if I get 100 subscribers, something really cool is going to happen. I'm really excited for that. And I'm excited for that. There's a lot to come. A lot of good things are happening with the channel, with Hulking, with the Brethren, and with the other guy who doesn't exist. We don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your I thought it was Saturday. It's actually, what is it, Wednesday? It's Wednesday. I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and we will see you very soon. So be sure to stay tuned, subscribe. Great things are coming. See you later. Bye.